Hello, friends. Welcome to the Career Guru podcast. I am your host, Steve Yanovsky. What a glorious day it is to start your path in a new career. Doors are opening here at the Boston Career Institute even as we speak. And I'm here holding the key for you. So tune in, stay sharp, and enjoy yourself. This is going to be great. Hashtag Let's Career Up.
Good day to you, my friends, conversationalists, thrill seekers, aspiring career gurus, all across the fruited plain. I am your career guru, Steve Yanovsky, coming to you across the internet to bring to you yet another installment of our exciting topic series of effective time management and procrastination, which is the offshoot of ineffective time management. So today we're going to delve into or touch upon the topic of procrastination. As I mentioned to you last time, procrastination is a huge topic with a tremendous number of books written on the topic of understanding procrastination, dealing with procrastination, managing procrastination. Well, your career guru will try to condense some of this information in the next 15, 20 minutes of this podcast to see if we can move this topic forward, as many people are suffering from this affliction. What exactly is procrastination? What do we do? Who are people? Many people who procrastinate are called all sorts of names. Scatterbrain, this, and lazy, all sorts of awful time being called lazy. But are procrastinators really lazy? What exactly happens to people who procrastinate? Don't they just at some point in time have to put in a huge session and rip off a major chunk of their life trying to catch up and work under a lot of pressure to get the project completed? What happened? Doesn't seem like a procrastinator is a lazy person at all. It's just a person who is excusing their behavior, but I would like to work under pressure. What exactly is it that I have to, the quality of my life is so poor as I have to work so hard. Wouldn't it have been easier to plan things out and actually get things done in the appropriate amount of time? Doesn't prior planning prevent poor performance and procrastination? Why, yes, most scientific studies on this topic do concur that prior planning is key to overcoming procrastination. When we spoke about effective time management skills, one of the very first thing about effective time management was planning. Now, what's involved in planning? That's called writing things out and setting small target goals in a short periods of time that you can account to yourself for achieved results. So you have an 8-hour workday and you have a plan for this day. Now, how are you going to accomplish it? Well, we're going to accomplish it in 25-minute segments, leaving 5 minutes for the following tasks that you have to complete in the next 25 minutes. And you have to be very, very specific about this particular time frame. You can even go a little bit lower with 15-minute session and a 5-minute session in between. Everything depends on your particular abilities. Okay, sometimes people who procrastinate also suffer from all sorts of other time-consuming problems, such as ADHD, and not being able to focus for a prolonged period of time. Those things do exist, and it is real. The struggle is real. So you have to assess your personal situation if you truly want to tackle it. So much like with many other 12-step programs, solving issues of procrastination is key. Before you're able to solve the issue, you first need to identify that in reality, you are a procrastinator. That is not a bad thing. You don't have to destroy your personal self-image of you by thinking that you're some sort of a bad person just because you procrastinate. There are so many wonderful people who procrastinate, okay? With that in mind, just admit to yourself that you do have that issue, and it is an issue. Call it a problem. Don't have to call it a problem, but it's something that's affecting you negatively, both on a psychological level, because you tend to be more critical of yourself because you still want to get things done. You just can't move yourself forward. So self-awareness is key. No need to understand exactly the reasons why you procrastinate, just that you do procrastinate. And, when you can spend your entire lifetime looking for reasons why, I don't necessarily recommend doing that. You're not going to find necessarily a root cause of many problems that you have, but understanding that you do have a problem and you have to have a will and a desire to resolve this issue. Now, that's what truly counts. Effective time management is key to solving the issues of procrastination. And the most important piece is planning. Writing a plan down on a piece of paper or on a time management platform such as basic as Outlook, setting up little projects with verifiable, quantifiable results after each 15 to 25 minute block, and then allowing yourself 5 minutes to recuperate from this awesome exercise, and forcing yourself to take this intense work assignment for 15 to 25 minutes is key. Most important is activity. Inactivity will sink you back into the procrastination mode. You need to actually actively be involved in doing your tasks. In order for that to happen, once you've identified that you have an issue and you set forth to put together a plan, which is a part of a effective time management, you need to find a good reason to do the project. You need to justify within your mind why it is important for you to do and what are the benefits of you doing this project immediately and right now. When your benefits outweigh your personal complacency and whatever psychological issue you may have that's holding you back, once you understand that there's more to gain than to lose, then you will be able to put your best effort forward. And again, limit yourself by time. It's a mind trick. It's an old Jedi mind trick that you play on yourself. I'm only going to do this for 15 minutes. I'm only going to do this for 25 minutes. And then I'm going to take a break. And that break must be steadfast. It has to be a hard break. 25 minutes come, boom, I am done. But you needed to complete those small steps in those 25 minutes, in those 15 minutes. Okay. For a lot of people, it's very difficult to accomplish anything in a 15-minute block. But people who are anxious and so on and so forth, and a little wiry, they will get a few things done in there. 25-minute block is a far more manageable block where you can actually have a solid quantifiable result and a solid effort. After that, you can take a load off and put in for 5 minutes of rest. But those 5 minutes also need to be just 5 minutes. Setting alarms in your smartphone, setting alarms in Outlook will give you the same confinement to a specific block of time that will force you to resume your activities. It's like a school bell ringing. Oh, break time. Oh, time to go back to class. This is time to do that. And this is going to keep you motivated. So motivation is key. Once you identified the benefits to your plan, when they do outweigh the negatives, say, okay, I'm ready to do this. Now it's time to be motivated. And you need to be active and engaged because human nature is complacency. We would rather lay on a couch and eat bonbons. We would rather focus on eating 7-layer cake, whatever the case may be. The body is lazy. It doesn't want to do anything. It is the spirit that drives the body. And you have to listen to that. You need to stay motivated. And the process of motivation is an ongoing, active process. It's dynamic. It's not static. It's not stagnant. It is something that propels you and moves you forward. The reward for that active engagement for a small burst of time is that reward of a 5-minute break. How will you treat yourself? Well, maybe you will treat yourself to a little game of whatever it is that you play on your smartphone. A lot of people suffering from procrastination end up playing word games on the smartphone. I know, guilty. Okay? Sometimes that happens. But that is the reward that you can give yourself, and it's something else to look forward to after your next block of activity that you can give yourself. Okay? So what are we talking about? We're talking about motivation, planning, excitement, assessment, self-assessment, giving yourself a true assessment of your abilities and your desires and your needs. Remember that procrastination doesn't take away your need to get the job done. It just leaves you with a lot less time to do it. With that in mind, as the old saying goes, just do it. Just do it. Okay? Who was it? Nike that did that? Yeah, just do it. And the fact of the matter is, once you sit down or whatever your job is, the action, the act of doing something, not thinking about doing it, but actually physically doing it. You just have to start to get into the process and give yourself a significant and honest assessment of how long you can do this. Set a limit. Was it 15 minutes? Was it 25 minutes? Was it 45 minutes? I will assure you that once you get into this groove, the time that you will spend working may increase. But whatever you set aside for yourself, make sure that you have that bonus for yourself, that you will reward your body with well-deserved complacency after this burst of invested energy into your project. And once again, your project must have realistic goals and quantifiable results that you can personally hold yourself accountable to, not to your supervisor, but to yourself. You set the goal, you must complete. You must not castigate yourself for, let's say, missing your target. Negativity is not going to get you anywhere. Positivity, which is one of those effective time management skills, is going to do that for you. Give yourself praise when praise is necessary. Okay? Breaking things down, breaking a large project that you're working on into smaller components is a fantastic tool to end procrastination. Because looking at a large project may seem like a daunting task that, oh my gosh, I'll never get it done. And you know what? If you keep thinking about it and keep scaring yourself, you won't get it done. But if you take a small chunk, it's like analysis. What is analysis? Interesting word, analysis. If we look at the origins and the etymology of the word analysis, you will find that the root of the word analysis is ana and lysis. These are two roots slammed together. Ana means section. Lysis means breakdown. So when you analyze something, you're actually breaking a larger piece into a bunch of smaller pieces. And a smaller piece is very, very manageable. And the gratification is instant. After 25 minutes of intensive work, based on your truly assessed abilities, you have completed a project. And that is huge. Being able to complete that project, not half a project, but full project, and then giving yourself reward for this will train your mind and your body to stave off procrastination. People who claim that they work best under pressure, most of them don't really know what that means. Oh, I work great under pressure. That's why I'm going to leave this to the last minute. It's not necessarily true. This is not pressure. This is, I don't even know how to define it, but that's not really true pressure. But achieving better results in a shorter span of time will leave you with a lot more time for yourself, rewarding yourself even further, giving yourself acknowledgement, like giving yourself a treat. It's like, how do you train a dog? Well, you give them a treat when they do something good. So never mind the bad stuff. It's debunked. There's no need for negative coaching, this way. Always praise. Praise is good. So praise yourself for a project well done in the time that it was done. Okay? If you get stuck, take a step back and reassess your schedule that you have set forth. It's okay to reassess. It's okay to change things. It's not set in stone. It's not the 10 Commandments. It's just a project. Yes, you have to finish it. Yes, you are responsible. But if you feel that the schedule that you set for yourself is not working, change it. You can do that. This is not to say that you keep, scaling back and back and back and back. No, I call for you to be realistic. Be realistic about what your strengths will yield. What can you do? What can you squeeze out of yourself in that time possible? And once you do that, you make a firm commitment. Commitment is key. If you stay commitment while also understanding that your benefits outweigh the negatives, you are going to do well. Last but not least for today is your surroundings. Your place of business must be conducive to work. And no one creates that for you but yourself. Yes, your employer is definitely responsible for providing you with a safe workspace, but it's up to you. You are empowered to be in that zone, to be in that space, to be handling that project. So that you have to take into consideration and to create an environment suited to your needs perfectly. You are the master of your domain in that particular sense. The other part of your surroundings, otherwise than having a safe and comfortable workspace without distractions and so on and so forth, whatever you need, you create that for yourself, is surrounding yourself with people who will help you. Some of the people you may delegate the work to, but more importantly, positive people that will help you get through your tasks and through your day. Stay away from the detractors. Some of these detractors may be people closest to you. Those are the people who will say, oh, you can't do that. Oh, don't take that upon yourself. No, don't do that. You know you can't do that. These are not the people. The people you need are people who will help you, people who will guide you, someone from whom you can learn to get this done. These are the basic steps towards overcoming your issues with procrastination. Okay? Remember, some of the finest people in the world have been procrastinators, but not necessarily the most successful. So your goal, if your goal is to understand what you wish, what you want, if you can accomplish this, and I'm going to tell you right now that if you can understand your situation, if you can understand not necessarily the root causes of procrastination, but if you can understand that you're procrastinating, if you got that, said, okay, I am that, but I still need to get this done, you are 75% there. Once you understood, what you're doing, once you understood what you need to do to overcome this physically, the project, not necessarily the inner psychological makeup of you. That is a complicated task, but you can set that aside and move forward because the job still needs to get done. If you don't get the job done, you don't get paid. If you don't get paid, you don't get to eat the 7-layer cake, and you want the 7-layer cake. This is your opportunity to battle with your body. Like I said, your body's lazy. Its natural instinct is complacency. Only your soul, only your mind wants to achieve greater results. You need to be able to push both in the same direction. It's when you take the complacency of your animal self that wants to sort of kind of chill in the shade, stand up every so often, drink some water, kill something, eat it. Think of a lion in the wild, right? But it's the drive, the spiritual drive towards success and completion of projects and how we look in the eyes of other people and in our own eyes that will help you deal with procrastination. Not at its root source, but in training your mind, in training your body to setting aside these blocks of time with quantifiable goals, enough time for you to stay motivated for, and enough time to leave yourself for I don't want to say self-gratification. I want to say, a reward for yourself for properly doing that task. And that's going to give you the motivation to tackle the next project in the whole series of projects that you will need to complete to accomplish your task in full and in the right amount of time. I feel this is a good start. I will wait to hear your feedback on this topic and look forward to delving in a little bit deeper and with a lot more specifics. But I think we've covered a lot of information in the short period of time for our first podcast on procrastination and effective time management. We're going to revisit all of these issues. I do want to hear back from you as soon as possible, and that will help me prepare the next topic for our discussion. So with that in mind, I would like to bid you a adieu. I'll wait to hear from you via email on bcipodcast@bostoncareer.org, bcipodcast@bostoncareer.org. I'm here for you. I'm ready to hear your feedback and address your concerns to the best of my ability. And if necessary, bring an expert on the topic to get this, to get the ball rolling for you. As a teacher, I have a lot of students who suffer from this issue. So for me, it's a topic that's near and dear to me. I help people get over the hump, and these are the exact suggestions that I make to my students. Well, with that in mind, I want to wish you a wonderful weekend. Hope to see you soon. Looking forward to your feedback. All the best, everybody. God bless you all. Talk to you soon.
Well, friends and aspiring career gurus, this was fun. Thank you for tuning in. I feel enlightened, I feel empowered, and I'm feeling grateful that we spend time with you. For more information about Boston Career Institute, please visit our website, bostoncareer.org. Boston Career Institute has 3 campuses located in Brookline, Massachusetts, Malden, Massachusetts, and Lowell, Massachusetts. Call our toll-free number, 888-383-6058. For questions, comments, and or information about our podcast, email me at thecareerguru@bostoncareer.org. The Career Guru podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website, bostoncareer.org, or wherever you stream your podcast. Subscribe, stream, rate, and review our shows. Your rating and reviews help our show reach new audiences. Produced by PodPro Entertainment, The Career Guru lives within a network of podcasts located at podproentertainment.com. # The New Radio. Looking forward to seeing you soon. All the best to you. My name is Steve Yanovsky. I am the Career Guru. May God bless you. # Let's Career Up.